Hey guys, today I'm going to review the LEGO set 75980 Attack on the Burrow. This was released in September 2020, has 1,047 pieces, and originally went for $100. So with my more recent reviews, we're just going to go around the set and I'll introduce the minifigures as well. There are 8 minifigures in this set. So this thing is of course massive. I mean, it is pretty tall. It's actually about 5 stories-ish, technically about. And this thing can barely fit on my camera. It is large. As you can turn it around, you can see there's a lot of details. This part comes out as like the dinner table section. And I might as well start with the exterior and then we'll go to the interior. So of course, first there's a pig pen. I love that it included this part. You can just open it up and there's a pig in there. It's a color we usually don't see too often. And there's not much printing on it, which is fine. I'm glad with that. I guess place it in there. It's kind of hard to get, but there we go. And close it up. I have Nymphadora Tonks, who is with their wand and just her hairpiece. So printing. So a lot of cool grassy details. I like that. The roof, I love how they made it like multiple different colors to add onto it, and it's all throughout this whole half section here. A bit on here as well. So in the front door, you can just see it. You can open it up. I'll show you more of the interior later, but of course I love the kind of rustic design of this thing, and the best part is how they made this legit look like it's slanted a little bit. That is some of the most interesting LEGO building techniques I've ever seen, and they use these kind of hinge pieces that really doesn't move around a lot, or at all in this case, so, and they did some really classy techniques with that, and you can actually take this whole part off and put it back on if you just want to like look at that part. So they did an amazing job with that. With these upper floors, I like how they don't use stickers. They instead use these like brick pieces, and these are printed, which I think they use in like the Batman Killer Croc set. They use a lot of printed kind of stuff or just engraved pieces. They also have these window parts. This kind of comes off easily, but not too easily, so it's fine. It kind of adds to the. A lot of people are not going to like the fact that it's kind of open up like this on the back. I think it's perfectly fine. A lot of people are not going to have it displayed like this anyways. They're going to have it displayed from the other two angles. This will, of course, come out to have more room in the interior, which I'll get to in just a second. But the roof area, you have this kind of patio that pops out along with the chimney. They include Hedwig, which is a new mold from the set, where you can, it looks like he's flying. I kind of have him displayed up top here. Decently well done chimney. This kind of comes out, but that's fine because you don't really play with that as much. But overall, I love how slanted this exterior design is, and of course now we'll get into the interior. Starting with the inside, we'll just go over the minifigures. We have Molly Weasley, who has a newish hairpiece. I think it's been used before, but not in this color before. So there's the kind of facial expression she has on. Of course, there's Arthur Weasley, who is a decent figure as well, which we'll just get a closer up. So he's just your standard kind of figure. You have Ron, Ginny, and then Harry, who of course comes in a lot of these sets. Which, yeah, that kind of, I feel like that torso I've seen in some other sets before too. Just wanted to point that out. But of course, this table is really well designed here because they have a bunch of like treats and stuff. It's like, I guess, supposed to be an orange juice pitcher, eggs, waffles, a bunch of teacups. Interesting sink design with some pots and stuff. 2 plants. And this interior part, as you can see, there's the clock and a chair. Now, it seems kind of dark in there, but there's another way to open up this first floor. Now, since this part kind of comes out easily, they made another section that does not. So you can just split it, and it's connected through a stud and an anti-stud to open up this section. And there's the couch with some plants, candle design. And this is the flue powder thing where there's a gear on the side that allows you to switch the flames with the flue powder, and you can make it seem like a character is disappearing. So that's an interesting feature. Of course, you can see the little Technic part. Here's the front door and a little technique with the logs, which I really like. And then you can close this up again. So the other floors, the second floor is just mainly Ginny's room, since a lot of it needs to be done for the roof. And it has a kind of pink wall design, which I think is awesome how they kind of match that with the rest of the house so it doesn't pop out too much. Just a little bit here, but this is, you don't really see that as much. So you have our bed, which is kind of greenish color, and our mirror, which is a sticker, of course, and broom and all that kind of stuff. With a broom in there. It's kind of small. Next is the parents' room, and there's this like self-knitting thing with a chair and extra things there, and their bed, which is a 2-person bed. This upper floor, I'm guessing, is Ron's room, most likely. I guess it is. And then this is like the 5th floor, which is just, I guess, where the owls are. You have another owl here. This is kind of the 4th floor, because there's a little like staircase up here that where you can get up on here, and then of course the chimney, which somewhat matches. And of course you can take this whole part out with this the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor. So which is a 2 couple bags in itself when you build this thing, and that's kind of what that looks like, slanted like that. And I guess you can maybe put some stuff in here if you wanted. It's just kind of an empty space with a chimney. The final part of the set to mention is Bellatrix and Fender Greyback. So they have this little build as basically just some fire pieces. What's special about it is I think these are new colors for it. I don't think we've seen a black transparent with the orange for a flame piece. So that looks really awesome. I'm glad we get 4 in this set. And these figures, Bellatrix, people have been complaining about the dress, whatever. Fender looks really good. It's cool to get all these 2 back. Actually, this set actually has all of the original minifigures from the 2010 set, except they added in Ron and Nymphadora, which is kind of interesting, just like putting out that trivia. But those are all the figures and builds in the set. So overall, I love the design of this set. It's, of course, a very well done remake of an older Harry Potter set. And in general, the minifigures are decently well done. But of course, the build is the main reason I get this thing. So thank you guys for watching this review, and bye guys.